and I think your work is probably one of the best works at this moment. And I'll tell you this because let me tell you a little secret about our generation. Not many Muslims will actually give credit to the work that you are doing.
Yep. The understanding of Quran is science. Go deep into it, you will know that he is asking satisfaction of yaqeen, iman. Yep. Okay, so if you go deep into it, there are three types of yaqeen. One is ilmul yaqeen, that is the lowest level of yaqeen, right?
Ainul yaqeen. Yeah.
Next one is ainul yaqeen, and then is haqqul yaqeen.
Yeah. Would you, or where should we as Muslims draw the line of that, this type of knowledge is ghaib and this type of knowledge is not ghaib? Moses, peace be upon him, he wanted to ask Allah Almighty to show him, right? To show him, and Allah said that no, it doesn't work like this because it's a different level of energy altogether, right? Are the same in second heaven, third heaven, fourth heaven, fifth heaven, sixth heaven, seventh heaven, even heaven and hell.
He crossed the heavens, right? Maybe he would have crossed first sky, second sky, third sky, fourth sky. How did he cross? So the rules, regulation, the physical property, everything should be different in those times, man.
That's it, Sailadim Saab. And he has also done a terrific job, right, in integrating these elements as well. Criticism from Pakistani, other religious people was on that black hole narrative, right, on that portals narrative.
Most probably, this path is the one that is bending the space-time and making the way to go up in the sky.
Yep.
Yeah, I understood that. Way of Miraj. You're making everything ghaib. Allah Ta'ala is talking about the black hole in the sky, for example. Allah Ta'ala is referring to for descending star.
Something is going on, Miraj. There is entry, there should be exit also. If you understand this, they came to know now that black hole can have entry also and exit also.
My most of the content is related to reviving moral identity, reviving academic identity, reviving just like we joined Sailadim Saab as well recently. So I like to work on these things. Capitalism, money, and all these kind of things are so much given importance that we have lost the moral identity and the academic identity in our institutions. The thing I like about your channel was, and I know you have just started it, but I think your work is very unique. I used to think about it, that how to relate science with there are many scientific accuracies in Quran. I also had discussions with Nadir Ahmed Saab. You probably know about him, and he is also he is also very enthusiastic about scientific accuracies in Quran. And I like your work, and I think your work is probably one of the best works at this moment. And I'll tell you this because let me tell you a little secret about our generation. Not many Muslims will actually give credit to the work that you are doing. Let me tell you on this space to you, because a lot of the Muslims will see it in a very skeptical way, right?
They will not even understand, man.
Yep.
Most of them, they did not even understand what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yes. They will look at it in a very skeptical way, because and I have written all the questions. The first question I would like to ask is that many Muslims will ask you this, that Quran is not a book of science. Quran is not a book of science. So why are you trying giving so much emphasis on these elements? Yeah.
Okay. Actually, science term is created by human, right?
Yep.
When I talk about science, I don't talk about science. What they are showing us science. For me, science is whatever unique information we can understand from Quran.
Yep.
The understanding of Quran is science. That is science for me. And also, same way, if you talk about words of God, words of Allah Ta'ala. If I ask you what is the words of Allah Ta'ala, words of Allah Ta'ala is not what is written in Quran.
Yep.
Verses of Allah Ta'ala is including what is written in Quran. And other than that, whatever we see around us, that is all verses of Quran. For example, a tree is a verse of God. Plant, water, rain, everything is a verse of God. Now I will tell you one thing. If you talk about like rainfall, right? Water drops. How many times Allah Ta'ala has mentioned about this water cycle in Quran, right? So many times, right? Same thing is happening in front of us all the time.
Yes.
That is actual. Okay, Allah Ta'ala is just telling you what is happening in this world. I created it. That's why Allah Ta'ala used the word rainfall and water cycle and all these things. So science is nothing for me. Science is just how you understand what Allah Ta'ala is telling you. That's it. That is science. Science is not like what maybe NASA will tell, like this is like this, like that. No, I don't believe them. I don't believe them at all. For me, that's not science. Science is, see, if you talk about physics, Physics, we are not trying to relate physics to Quran. No, we use physics to make our mind, our thinking, our thoughts wide, right?
Yep.
Then after our mind is open, we can use it anywhere.
Yeah.
For an example, I was teaching up to 10th and 12th class physics and maths. So I was having some students and they were telling, like, in real life, when we are using integration difference or other subjects, nobody is using, right?
Yes.
Then what is the point of wasting your time to study like complex numbers and integration, differentiation? Now, what is the answer? The answer is simple, man. If you will do that, it will open your mind. The mathematics will open your mind. And with that open mind, you cannot imagine what you can do.
Yes.
So this is the point. So this is all about behind this, man. You have to open your mind.
I will, agree with you on most of the things. And, there are, because I myself try to promote this, that there are, it's just a language, right? Science is just a language, another form of language, just like you talked about mathematics. And these languages are multidimensional in nature, right? So sometimes when science is trying to explain something and it uses certain language, all we are trying to do is, Mudassir Sahab is trying to integrate that language with what Allah revealed. In some of the cases, it's not like we are talking about, everywhere you have to use the same principles of science to, on some of the things where they integrate, we are using, the same kind of language. And the next thing I would like to ask you is that, the type of work you are doing, I mean, we are never trained. We are never trained in Muslim majority countries to even talk about these things, because these are not just logical.
It was tough, man.
It's very, these are not just logical, because these issues are not just logical. It's sometimes supralogical, right? Because the recent video I saw in which you were, even explaining how Isra and Miraj, we can, integrate some of the help from the scientific language and describe this, what is this cloud, water, and I think that was very beautiful to see.
So now I want to establish is, this is Earth and there are ways to go up, and Miraj is the only one capable of doing it according to Quran. Something is going on, Miraj, there is entry, there should be exit also. If you understand this, they came to know now that black hole can have entry also and exit also.
But the question is that we are not even trained to even try to explain these things, right? Not just, explaining this, but even try, because if you will try to, you will find out that many of your friends will even, say that this is not like, why use science as an authority over religion? Why use science as an authority over Quran? So not, why don't we get a lot of appreciation? Question is, why don't we get a lot of appreciation for, just because we are trying to act smart using science, why don't we get so much appreciation for these things? Yeah.
Actually, brother, first of all, the problem is people don't understand. Like I told you already, when you talk about, if I tell you what, tell me about science, what you will explain? You will tell me about physics, chemistry, and biology, right?
Yep.
These things are the one that is happening around the earth.
Yes.
It's happening inside me. It's happening inside you. This is we. This is me and you who is telling it physics, chemistry, and biology, right?
Allah has
if you talk about, if you talk about this Aristotle, the Aristotle and the new one, what was that? Alexander the Great. These people, if you will know about them, for them, it was not physics, chemistry, biology. When they were getting knowledge from their scholars, Aristotle was one of the scholars for Alexander the Great. He was one of the scholars. So they were getting knowledge about everything, They were not like, okay, I will do PhD in physics. No, they wanted to be at the top in everything, in medicine and all, because for them, the streams were not different. And same thing is for me also.
Yes.
I don't think everything is different. What I see it like, everything is connected, as long as, because I know everything is made up of energy. Everything is made up of neutron, proton, electron. It is what we have, because, why we have done it. Because right now in our world, we are not capable of doing, for example, I want to become a doctor. Same time, I cannot be a doctor also, engineer also, scientist also, lecturer also, because this is the thing, we have limitation, right? So we said, okay, this is biology. Okay. For me, it is like for example, a human, maybe you saw my video where I am telling E is equal to MC square.
Yes.
Then I am telling
Cloud.
E is equal, soul plus information plus energy is equal to MC square plus energy plus soul. So according to me, for example, when you talk about physics, in this, we are talking about the information. Okay. We are talking about the energy, and we are talking about how it reacts. That's it. When we talk about biology, it is including the soul also.
Yes.
Because if you remove the soul, you cannot talk about like all the enzymes, all whatever is chemical reaction happening in the body, right?
Yep.
So this is us, because we are limited.
Yes.
If you see as a whole, for Allah Ta'ala, it's not physics, chemistry, biology, right? Allah Ta'ala is talking as a whole, because this water that is coming from the mountain, or from the sky, because that is going inside the body, then it is going to the plant, then it's going here, because it's like it's about the cycle. Everything is connected together. So when we cannot understand something, it is our limitation, man. When I'm using science, it's not like I'm taking the help from science. We call it science. That is the only thing. Otherwise, you can simply call it logic also.
Yep. Knowledge as well.
And
right?
you can use logic, but it is not we are using science. We are not using science. We are just using our mind.
Yep.
We are using our mind. Right now, science doesn't say that if you go through the Miraj, the speed of light is 50 times the speed of light. But I use the concept and I derived that, okay, if you go from Miraj, the speed of light is 50 times the speed of light, right? If you go through Miraj. And I calculated how much time Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he took. That also I calculated, if you saw.
Yep.
I'm just telling you, if he took maybe 1 year, he came back like 1 minute, 1 second, 1.28 or 30 seconds. If he took 24 years, why I'm telling 24, in one of the video I saw this Mr. Sahil Adim, he was talking about 24, this was 24 years travel in time, in that dimension. So if you will say like it took 24 years, it will take, according to my calculation, around 40 seconds. So in 40 seconds, he went there and he came back.
Yep.
So this is what it is, man.
Actually, I would like to, even suggest a word, not just Aristotle and, Alexander the Great. Even in our tradition, early tradition, we had people like Al-Farabi, Avicenna, Ibn Sina, Imam Ghazali, and they were called Imam Ghazali polymaths. The word was polymaths. And they used to study religion, Quran, Hadith, and they used to study philosophy, and they used to study science. They actually called the modern day science as, the knowledge of natural things, right? That's how they used to describe it, the knowledge of natural things. And they used
this is what it is. Yeah.
The polymath. They were called polymaths, and they had exact same approach. So we are not suggesting like this is some sort of a, some sort of a new thing, but we are not even trained to talk about these things or try to even talk about these things. So I give you a lot of credit. Yeah.
I will ask you one question. I was asking to someone, and again, the people are not understanding what is being asked, right? And they are just going negative. I'm asking you one thing. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, peace be upon him, he was very close to Allah Ta'ala, right?
Yep.
He was very close to Allah Ta'ala. But still, still he asked Allah Ta'ala, okay, Allah Ta'ala, I want to see how you will make alive. He asked, right?
Yep.
Then Allah Ta'ala told, like, why you asking?
Why you asking this question?
You
right.
don't believe me. Then he said, I believe on you, but still I want to see how you will make alive.
Satisfaction of heart, right? Yeah.
Yes, satisfaction. Satisfaction. Now, this is the important point. What satisfaction you're talking about? So if you will go deep into it, you will know that he is asking satisfaction of yaqeen, iman. Okay. So if you go deep into it, there are 3 types of yaqeen. One is ilmul yaqeen. That is the lowest level of yaqeen, right?
Ainul yaqeen.
Next one is ainul yaqeen, and then is hakul yaqeen.
Yep.
So in simple, he was trying to say, I want to cover the distance from ainul yaqeen to hakul yaqeen.
Yep.
And this is the point. So now if I ask you something like, when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, peace be upon him, this, what I'm telling you right now, this is the core of everything what we are doing now. What I'm doing now, this is the core. This is the seed of it. Okay. So, and you know that he was doing also research. He was looking at the moon and he was telling, maybe this is God. No, this is not God.
This is not
looking
God.
at the tree, looking at the sun. This is what research he did. He did not just believe anything, right? He used his mind, and this is what Allah Ta'ala is telling to use your mind, right? And then you will start believing, right? So now, when he asked Allah Ta'ala, and Allah Ta'ala told, okay, I will show you how I am doing it. So now I will stop here in this story and I will ask you, when Allah Ta'ala, when he can ask Allah Ta'ala, at that level, he was very much like he talking to Allah Ta'ala, right? He hearing Allah Ta'ala. Yes. So I am not sure he was talking to Allah Ta'ala, Musa alayhi salam. I think he was also talking to Allah Ta'ala, right? So okay,
deceiving revelation.
I will say like he was close to Allah Ta'ala. Yeah, he was close to Allah Ta'ala, very, very close. So in that condition, still he is telling, okay, Allah Ta'ala, show me hakul yaqeen. Okay. And right now, if I am telling to some scholar that if he was asking hakul yaqeen and he was telling, show me how you will make the bird alive and whatever, this is the example, right? So how will get Hajj now? Should Allah Ta'ala do again a miracle of bird? Tell me to put on the 4 mountain or what? So what is the answer for this? How I will get Hakul Yakin? You understand? So in this, your video, I think your video is stopping.
No,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Even Moses, peace be upon him. Yeah.
So how we will get Hakul Yakin then? This is my question.
Yeah, but even Moses, peace be upon him, he wanted to ask Allah Almighty to show him, right? To show him, and Allah said that no, it doesn't work like this, because it's a different level of energy altogether, right? And all these kind of things, we know about it. Yeah. So how would you describe? But they would say, they can say that about this thing that you mentioned, that there are different routes to logic, right? I don't need to see something to believe in something, right? We give this argumentation as well, because because how causality works. If they give these arguments, the way causality works, if we understand the logical phenomenon of causality, then we can understand existence of God.
So you are telling that you are telling me Ibrahim alayhis salam will not understand the logic. Still he was asking Allah Ta'ala. Man, I am comparing something else. You try to understand what I'm telling you. What you are telling, that going against the condition, you are telling me that Prophet Ibrahim alayhis salam would have understood from some other way, right? But no, Allah Ta'ala did. Allah Ta'ala showed him exactly how he's going to do. But now what point I'm trying to make you here is, that time Ibrahim alayhis salam, he was not having the Quran in his hand. Allah Ta'ala gave him information what Allah Ta'ala wanted to give him, right? But right now, if I want to get ilmul yaqeen to haqqul yaqeen, I can get from Quran. If I understand Quran is talking about the black hole. Quran is talking about what is inside human body. Quran is talking about the water cycle. There is so much science inside the Quran. So when you will understand, because so many places, for example, I will give you one more example about the fasting. About the fasting, Allah Ta'ala is telling that I forgot the verse number. Okay, it is written there that it is written there that if you are traveling or you are sick, you should not fast. Okay, you can leave the fast. And when you will get time, just recover the fast. You can do the fasting. At the end of the verse, I think there are 2 verses like this. This is, I'm talking about the first one. At the end of this verse, it's written, but if you understand, is still you will fast, that is still better for you. The meaning is, even you are sick or you are travel, if you can, yes, you will still fast if you understand this is better for you. So I will get an example now. If somebody is sick, for example, he is having cancer. Okay. Now, if he is having cancer, he has problem. Okay. Allah Ta'ala is giving permission, leave the fast. No problem with that. But if he will fast, still it is better for you. This thing meaning is, in 2016, one guy got Russian scientist Nobel Prize. And now everybody knows, if you will fast, the fasting can kill the cancer also. You understood? So now if you will understand that verse is clearly telling, if you, for example, in the cancer way, that if you have cancer, you have problem, okay, don't keep fast, no problem with that. But if you will fast, it
better for you.
It will even cure your. This is the thing, man. This is, we should understand. And if you will say like, no, God is telling, okay, I don't want to think about this thing, I will not fast. It's up to you. It's not a problem.
Can I just jump in here?
So this is the thing, man.
I'll ask you the next question about Prophet Ibrahim. They may say, the other side, because I also listen to the other side, right? They may say that making advocate for their arguments, that even to Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah Almighty didn't actually show the process of life. Actually, angels carrying life into the animals, right? Even Allah just isharatan, symbolically, in a miraculous way, just hinted towards that Allah can, basically the idea is that Allah can do anything, right? He didn't actually show because it's a different level of energy, right? But one thing I would like to mention with it is, and this is the next question I would like to, where would you, or should we as Muslims draw the line of that, this type of knowledge is ghaib and this type of knowledge is not ghaib? Because one of the major question has been in Islam that what is ghaib and what is not ghaib. Can you hear me?
I cannot.
Yeah,
Your
can you hear
voice.
me?
I cannot hear anything.
Yeah,
I
can you hear
cannot
me
hear
now?
anything. Your voice is coming like I cannot hear anything. Your video is stopping.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
good
I
now.
think internet,
Yeah.
we are facing this in Pakistan. Yeah, my question was, where will we draw the line that something is
Okay.
ghaib, something is ghaib and something is not ilmul ghaib? What is ghaib for you and what is not ghaib for you? I think this question has been a big question in our tradition as well.
Brother, see, this is simply, if you will see in Quran is simply telling, for example, I told you already that about this, if you will understand. So here Allah Ta'ala is not telling anything ghaib, right? Allah Ta'ala, whatever things Allah Ta'ala is telling ghaib in Quran, that is ghaib. What Allah Ta'ala is not telling ghaib in Quran, that is not ghaib.
Yep.
You understood? For example, we cannot see, for example, we cannot see heaven and hell, right?
Yep.
But Allah Ta'ala is telling that heaven and hell is there. If you talk about soul in Quran, like, it's simple for us.
Yep.
If you try to understand soul, it's in ghaib. Allah Ta'ala don't want to tell anything, right? What is ghaib and what is not ghaib, right? So if some things are there, that Allah Ta'ala is not telling ghaib, but you are telling that is ghaib. Like Sahil Bhai is also telling the same thing. So many times people are telling everything is ghaib. So why are you making everything ghaib? Allah Ta'ala is talking about the black hole in the sky, for example. Allah Ta'ala is showing to the descending star. Have anybody seen descending star? If you will ask someone, have you seen the falling star? They will say about meteorites.
Yeah.
For meteorites, Quran is telling, I think, two places.
Yeah.
That when these demons are going towards the sky, devils. So these angels are throwing this on them. They are meteors. They are not stars.
Yep.
So man, the thing is,
you cannot even see them. You cannot even see them. Yeah.
Yes, but yes. For example, if you talk about this heaven and hell, so in one of the video I told about, if you say like there is no heaven, there is no hell, so there is a proof for heaven and hell. Do you know about it?
Yep.
There is a proof for heaven and hell. The proof is Newton's third law. It's simple. It's very, very simple. Newton's third law is the proof. For example, one guy killed 100 people. Okay, one guy killed 100 people. So for killing 100 people, how many people you are going to kill? Only one guy, because one guy killed. So what about 99 people?
Yeah, justice cannot be.
Justice, yes. And this justice is equal and opposite reaction. If you put Newton's third law, equal and opposite reaction in that. So how you are going to balance this equation?
Yep.
To balance this equation, Allah Ta'ala told what is going to happen, because our problem is we are thinking as a human only this world is a reality, right?
Yep.
That's why hereafter is a big reality.
Big reality, yes.
Because this all will be balanced in next life. This is first floor only, like not even first floor.
Yep.
Then we'll go to second floor, third floor. That is only after this death.
Yep.
So there everything is going to be balanced. So if somebody says there is no heaven and hell, he is not following science then.
Yep. The phenomenon of justice cannot be
Go ahead.
Yeah. And this ties in beautifully with the next question. Yeah. Next question I wrote is that, do you believe that the type of laws that exist because we believe in 7 heavens, and you mentioned about heaven and hell as well. And we believe that we are in, the first heaven, or only in the first heaven. It encompasses everything, right? And then second heaven are above. Do you believe that the kind of laws that we are living in are the same in second heaven, third heaven, fourth heaven, fifth heaven, sixth heaven, seventh heaven, even heaven and hell? Do you believe this is the same, this is a right approach, or do you think that those heavens probably exist in some different laws? Because I myself actually, I delved into these topics as well, and I
then they have.
Yeah.
1 second. I was getting a call. Sorry, I was getting a call.
Yeah.
So, man, in what I believe now, but I will not say believe actually. Again, believe is a very, very bad word for me.
This is a try to explain, right? Try to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my understanding now. As per understanding of Quran and science and everything, my understanding is they have different laws. Because this is the reason that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he went to the future and came back, right? In a very short span of time.
Yes, absolutely.
So he crossed the heavens, right? Maybe he would have crossed first sky, second sky, third sky, fourth sky. How did he cross? So the rules, regulation, the physical property, everything should be different in those times, man.
Yep.
I mean, in that time, if time goes very, very slow. They are different in those dimensions. They are not same.
Yeah. And you mentioned
in one of.
Yes.
Tell me.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you mentioned about Sahil Bhai as well. I think it's a good time to discuss it. Sahil Adeem Saab, and he has also done a terrific job, right, in integrating these elements as well. And one of the
very good, man. I didn't know. I was looking for some guy like this.
Yeah, and yeah, I think he is a blessing to Pakistan, right? Yeah, I truly believe that.
Yeah.
His works are heroic.
Yeah.
And I think one thing, he also faced a lot of criticism from Pakistani other religious people was on that black hole narrative, right? On that portals narrative. You probably heard about, the two things. On Zulkarnain, when Zulkarnain said that, he went to that area where, the sun is setting, and he mentioned about, that this can be, he didn't say this is, he said can be interpreted, that it is some black hole narrative. And then he also mentioned about portals, about the stars falling, and Quran, Surah Tariq, I think, right, he referred to that there is a narrative of portals as well, because when black holes
in Surah Tariq also, in Najm also,
Surah Najm. Surah Najm, you mentioned about Surah Najm.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Maz, your video stopped again.
Surah Najm, you mentioned about Surah Najm.
Maz,
I can hear you.
Your video stopped again, man. I cannot hear anything.
Yeah. You hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you mentioned about Surah Najm. Sorry about the internet issue. We can probably close it now in 5 minutes.
Maz, again, your voice is not okay, man. I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, Surah Najm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Surah Najm. You mentioned about Surah Najm, black holes
Go.
Portals.
Yeah. I was telling in the in first verse of Surah Najm also talking about the falling stars.
Yeah.
The descending stars.
Yep. Yeah. So
complete your question. What you?
I think what we can suggest is that we should open these to the other religious groups as well. We can what we can offer is that this is a try to explain it in a different way, right? We can probably be more flexible, that make their minds more flexible towards these things, that this is just a try to explain things using some different type of language as well, right? We should keep this thing open, that this is just an attempt, right? This is an attempt to explain this, because what do you have to say about that, right?
No, I don't. I did not understand your question properly. What you were trying to ask? You are telling we should tell this thing to other religions also, and go to books also, and try to find out the things.
No. Other religious groups in Islam. There are many religious groups. Some religious groups see it in a skeptical way, that why are you making a new attempt to explain these things? Because these are somewhat new attempts to explain these things in a better way, right? This is what we are doing, right? We are trying to explain these things in a better way, right? And there is a view that
man, I will.
Yeah. Sahil Adeem Saab faced the criticism because of this, right?
See, I will tell you one thing. Is not to make these things understand to each and everyone, because I know.
Yep.
100% people are not going to understand it. My target is to only 1% should understand it. 1% only.
Yeah.
If 1% will understand this, they will be enough to make a change.
Yeah.
I don't need 100%.
Yep.
Some
I think
people,
that's a good answer.
even they will understand, they don't want to understand. I don't want them. I just want few, maybe 1% of everyone to understand this. And this is I wrote down in one of my videos also. My only one. I just want 1%. That's it.
That's a good answer.
I don't want 100%.
And people of knowledge are usually just 1% and 2%, right? Okay, I think I had many questions, but I think I'll ask the last one, because internet today is very shady. A couple of questions I written about. You mentioned about everything is surrounding against something, and in a circular measure.
Yeah.
That was, I think, brilliant. And I also, even we are taught the Hajj is also, the similar narrative, that we have to go around, and this creates a positive energy. And you, I think, explained it. Would you like to explain it? Everything is revolving around. Some people used to say that planets revolve around other things to the point where eventually it goes to, out of this realm. How would you explain this, right?
No, brother. The way you asking question, you mix 2 or 3 things actually. But you are more close to the thing that I will tell you. You are talking about the diagram, right?
Yep.
That was on the board.
I understood that.
You're talking about a diagram.
Yep.
That moon is around Earth is around the sun, right? This is what you're talking about. This is what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. That one was to explain how the star is falling. Okay, that was to explain how the star is falling. Because when something is falling, and this particular thing is given in Quran, kul fi falak. So when you will write kaf lam fa ya, okay, fa lam kaf, when you will write this on the paper like a letter, you circle ya in the center. Then the first letter you circle with the last, then second letter you circle with the second. You will get it like sun in the center and planets rotating in the side. This is what I was telling him in that video. And in this system, like when you talk about this, every time will be centripetal and centrifugal force. Okay. So what is happening in the sun, what I understand, like when you rotate a ball, right? You put a ball in the string and you rotate and leave. It will go outside. It will not come to you. It will go outside, right?
Centripetal force,
it will go outside. So this way, in this case, the centrifugal force is more. So what I understand in this, the way the star is falling is not like on downward only. Falling when you are leaving the ball, it is going off the path that is falling. And in this way, I was trying to explain the black hole. So when the black hole leaves its path, is going outside up in the sky, and is making a path. And this path, most probably, this path is the one that is bending the space time and making the way to go up in the sky.
Maybe
I understood that. Way of Miraj.
I understood that.
This is.
I knew about that. That you mentioned about black hole, right? And the stars bring all the energy. I saw that. But I was saying that there is another narrative that, everything is revolving to the point where there is this narrative as well, where we can talk about later. Last thing I would say is that how much criticism have you ever faced, doing this type of work?
You can understand, man.
I
did not find anyone till now except few guys who understand these things.
And
so when I found Mr. Sahil Adim, I was very, very happy, man. I was very happy.
And also
that at least one guy is in the same path.
And also not me as well. My channel is also growing a bit, and I, care about these things a lot. I care about, type of you, and I respect people like you as well a lot. Because you will not receive a lot of appreciation for this kind of work, because not only you are engaging a lot of mental activity. I know how much it takes, to understand all these things, how black holes work, how, stars falling works. You have to understand all the physical sciences, chemistry, all these type of things. And after doing all that research, you don't even get any appreciation. I think it's not fair, and Muslims need to, appreciate these kind of works as well. And I will give a lot of appreciation. I had many other questions like DNA, how DNA knows after 40 years to, become what it becomes. There is a narrative consciousness in it as well. I think we can leave it for the next probably meeting as well. Really enjoyed discussion with you, sir.
Man, I gave this answer, what you asked about DNA. That's why I'm telling it's incomplete is equal to MC square. The full equation should be energy plus information. Information, when I'm talking about information, is a very good part, because if you talk about a baby, for example, and for example, it's dead. It's a dead baby. Dead baby means the soul comes after, I think, 3 or 4 months, right? I'm talking about before that, when the soul is not there, right? In this condition, the baby is a baby also, made up of energy and plus its information, like how specifically the neutron, proton, electrons are arranged in a body to make a cell. How cells are arranged, it's an information, right? This information is coming from Allah Ta'ala, right? And in the DNA, how the DNA, what is DNA? It's not something special, right? It's the arrangement of atoms. It's the arrangement of arrangement of molecules, simple. So this information came from somewhere, right? That is the information that you need if you are converted into energy and you again want to become a human being after getting transported through Miraj or somewhere. You need to produce the same DNA. It's not like you were cat here and when you go there, you become a dog or something else. No.
Yep.
So you should be having this information. So when you will make a full, for example, cat or dog or baby, then you have to put the soul also.
Yep. And I think this information can help people like Richard Dawkins as well, right? We are giving this narrative to the Muslims, and they should accept it.
They
right?
don't want. Man, I posted few things in Sahil Bhai's. There's some groups over there.
Yeah, I know.
Mainly, barely 1 or 2 answered about something.
Yep. And they just
I was thinking,
hand wave these things, right?
Yeah. So I don't. Man, this is not good, man. But I mean, it's not good means. I was thinking that in this group, people will be there.
Yeah,
with,
but
a good,
I would say, we have just 30 seconds left. And I would just say that people like myself, really appreciate this work. I believe people like you are intelligent. You are super intelligent. And I think we should promote people like you as well. And I think these people like you will have, in the long run, very brilliant narratives to serve for Islam. That's what I believe. And I'll keep promoting you, sir. With that, I think we can probably end it. Assalamu alaikum.
Inshallah, man. Inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Inshallah, see you then, huh?
Take care. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam.